smoke when we all celebrate success. So now we
Hey guys, sorry about the lack of updates for the past 2 weeks. I've been hellishly busy with a lot of other projects. So today we have a lot of stuff to try and get through. First order of the day. It has been extremely cold these past few weeks, which makes working in this garage next to impossible. So this guy's going up. That's why I've got the spirit level here. Probably going to stick it in the middle, sort of here somewhere. Then I need to do the whiteboard. I may need some help with that, so I may wait for the wife to get home. But with the heater in place, I can close this garage door and at least start working at night. So I'm hoping to get that done first. Then, oh yeah, you'll see Project Garfield's out here. I've got the fan control relay to fit because my interior fan speed only runs in high speed, 3 and 4. So this may be one of the fixes needed. So look at this thing. This is the fan speed relay, or fan speed control module if you want to call it that. So I need to replace that on Project Garfield because the without the speeds 1 and 2 my aircon doesn't work either, which is making driving in winter a lot of fun. And the rain has started now, so without aircon the misting up is going to be a bit of a problem. So I need to do that, and then let's just quickly do a review. I have been picking away slowly. I wasn't completely inactive. You'll see I finally got this thing back in, put it in the right way. I ended up just spraying these bolts. I cleaned them up. The thread was fine, the bolt heads were fine. So I just sprayed these guys, and I sprayed this locking pin here. I'm probably going to need to do the same with this locking pin. But for now that's done. I took the full grey taillights off. They were never going to stay on the car, so I just put these ones in. These are placeholders. The stock lights. So let's just close this button here. I can see the appeal. I mean, they're not bolted in; they're just in there with the clips and the bolts. So I haven't tightened up the nuts or anything. I want to sort out the front and rear bumpers as well, and then more importantly, I want to put the drive shafts back in. So you'll see this one looks terrible. So I'm going to give them a wipe down with some Prepsol just to get rid of the old grease. I have been cleaning it with thinners and stuff, but it's just not cutting through. So this guy will need a lot of work. This one not so much. I think this one is actually new. See, it's taken a beating. So I'm going to give it a light sanding. Spray on some grey multi-purpose primer, and then some gloss black. Basically this is just to dress these things up a little bit. This will go through the wheel hub and then locked in here with that big nut. So the reason for this, short drive shaft will go on the left side, long one on this side, because the gearbox sits over here. So we're building to that. I have gone ahead. This is an engine stand. I've been promising for weeks I was going to buy one. Finally went through to Oddendorf's and picked it up, so I need to assemble that as well. And once this is up, I can mount this filthy thing onto it, Prepsol it, and start cleaning it. Then I'll probably just give it a blow over with some high heat silver, I guess, and that's again just dress up. I will need to make a plan with all these rubbers and things, but I'll deal with that when I get there. Need to clean the inside, do the grease and everything. I want to do a pretty decent job of cleaning it up at least, so that it looks good when it's mated to the engine once I've had a chance to clean that. So right now There's quite a lot of oil leaking out of this. As for the power steering, better have a look at that. Right now I'm going to disconnect this negative terminal before I change the fan speed relay. Now, before I can change the fan speed relay, I need to take the cubby out. And I'm hoping that's going to be all, because I have a feeling I might need to take quite a lot out to get to where I need to be. If it comes close to the airbag, I'm not going to touch it. Let's see if I can see. Oh, no, the cover's in the way. So I need to take this cover off as well. Basically, it looks like you just unbolt the old one, unplug it, put the new one in its place, and bolt it back in and plug it in. And then in theory, if that's all that's needed, this should work again. So right now what it's doing is nothing, nothing, and then I have fan speed 3 and 4. And that's it. So now this was pretty easy, I remember. It's 1, 2, 3. That's actually missing. I think there's a clip here, over here, and then there's a couple of screws here. What I might actually do is turn the car around, so I'm not dealing with this heavy door trying to close the whole time. But anyway guys, I'm going to get cracking with that, and we'll be back for you guys in a few minutes. For me it'll be a while, but let's see how far I get. Cheers for now. Well, that's job number 1 done. Now I know this looks a bit messy. This thing only has I think it's about a 1.5 meter cable. So bear with me. Remember that there's going to be a whiteboard going here. I still need to put up shelves and a whole bunch of stuff here. So for now, I'm going to get myself an extension cable, and I'll just run from that plug to about here. I'll probably put some screws or something just to hold the cable up. But for now, that's what I wanted to see. The heater's fitted. Now, embarrassingly enough, I did record the entire installation on my GoPro, and then I realized halfway through that I used the Black Edition case. So the microphone is covered, so you won't hear a single thing. So all of that is useless. So that's embarrassing. But anyway, that solves a major issue that's been keeping me out of this garage this winter. And I'm glad to see that thing is finally up. That was sort of a spur of the moment purchase. I wonder, probably only be able to test its effectiveness tonight, but I can already feel it warming up the room, even with the door open. So I have a feeling at night, with this door closed, I'll be able to carry on. At least the room will be nice and warm, and then I'll be able to carry on. I was thinking, I can actually feel it working really well now. I was thinking I might need 2, but I think 1 might actually be enough for this size space. Literally, I can feel it pushing me back already. I mean, I was going to stick the other one up there, but I don't think I'm going to need it. Okay, so let's get ready to get stuck into job number 2, and that's marking up the whiteboard areas, and maybe I can put it up myself, but let's see. Well, I decided to leave the whiteboard till I have some help, so I got stuck in here, and as a test I plugged the unit in, and guess what? 1 and 2 work, and so does my aircon. However, and I'll try to see if I can get the right angle, this plug, just get this guy out the way, plugs in all the way up here, and in order to get there I need to take out the airbag, which I am not even going to attempt myself. So that unfortunately is going to be where I go to Volkswagen and drop the car off and let them do it. I'm terrified of setting off this other airbag myself. I know it's just a matter of removing a fuse and taking out the negative terminal and all the rest of it. I obviously had to plug the battery back in order to test this, but I'm not attempting, I'm not messing with airbags. So that's going to be something for Volkswagen, but at least I know this is the right part and it works. Gets everything working again. So I'm going to put this all back together and we're going to move on. We're going to get stuck now into the drive shafts, so I can get the first coat of primer onto the drive shafts. So I'll be back in a second. Well, I know I said I was going to let Volkswagen do it, but I managed to get this old unit out. Bit of a tight squeeze. I used a shorter stubby screwdriver to get in there. So the original unit, this guy, has lasted 17 years. And this guy hopefully will last that long as well. So I'm going to try to squeeze this guy in there. Wish me luck. Be back in a few minutes. Oh man, what a mission that was. That took way longer than I was expecting. But it's in, it's done. It's not something I'm going to try myself again. But let's hope this thing lasts another 17 years and I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to switch over to the driver's side quickly and we'll give it a quick test, and then I'll come back and put the dashboard back together. Cheers for now. And here we go, guys. Moment of truth. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What a relief. Speed setting 2. Don't know if the camera's picking this up, but she's working. You know, I always used to drive all the time with setting 2. That's like my constant. Setting 2, aircon, good to go. In winter, I just adjust this guy. Instant heat. And the aircon's working through all speed settings. Man, I cannot tell you what a relief that is. Finally, what a nightmare that was. I mean, this thing, it's not that expensive. It's like $1,000. What did I pay for this? I think it's $1,050. And now I have this to look forward to. Put this thing all back together. And this is an absolute pain in the ass, and I'll tell you why. Because this bit of trim, if it's not installed exactly straight, you can see the silver tin, I guess that is. Now, even at driver position, I don't know about you, but my OCD drives me crazy if it's not in properly, if it's not in straight. It's interesting to note that I'm missing one of these screws. I mean, I couldn't tell you when that fell out. Now, normally when there's random screws lying around, I stick them in the ashtray till I find out where they go. And I don't know when that fell out. I suspect it might have been when the sound guys were installing. This is part of the iPod adapter. So I suspect it might have gotten lost there, and that's years ago. But with that fixed, for now, I'm happy. I have never actually done a review of this vehicle, and the stuff that I still need to do on it. But maybe that's a video you guys would like to see. You guys are going to need to hit like on that one, and I'll judge. If you want to see a review of Project Garfield, hit like. If you don't, well, then don't. Right, I'm going to put this dash back together, then I need to get stuck into the rest of the stuff for Project Kirschwasser. So that may be it for now. Well, for this vehicle anyway today. And yeah, I'm hoping to make some serious progress on those drive shafts today. I'm hoping to actually finish them so I can get to the point that I can actually install them tonight. Cheers for now, guys. Well, that nightmare is over. I don't know what's worse, refitting the cubby and the fascia, or changing that flip and relay. Damn, that was a that took longer than I expected. That was a nightmare of a job, but at least it's done now. Right, I'm going to move this vehicle, and let's get cracking on the engine crane and the drive shafts. Let's see how far we get. Right, let's see what's in here. There's some heavy duty casters right there. Wow. Nothing left to do but get cracking, huh? Let's set this up on the tripod and get going. Hi guys, thanks so much for watching. If you want to see more and be kept up to date, please follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe to my channel. With your help, we can get this project complete and move on to the next one. Bye for now.